Hello everyone, I am Srinivasan Rajendran. Today we are going to discuss a topic called format specifier. The other name of format specifier is control string. So format specifier or control string that will be used in a input statement as well as a output statement. For example, in a scanf or in a printf, we are using the format specifier. As in the previous lecture, we have discussed about formatted input output function, unformatted input output function. As I told in the formatted input output function, in a printf and scanf statement, by using format specifier, we can formatting the inputs. Okay, so we have seen an example also. If you want, you can go back to the previous lecture, input and output functions in C. You can see that what is exactly the format specifier or control string. Okay, but here what we are going to do, as we know, there are different data types available in a C program. For data types also, I made a separate video. I have uploaded already in my channel. You go back to that particular video and see what are all the data types which are available in a C. Now the format specifier will get differ according to the data type. So that's why I made a separate video what are all the format specifier or control string available in a C program according to the data types. Okay, for example, in integer we know the percentage d, which we most popularly used format specifier in a printf statement or a scanf statement. But as we see the data types, the primitive data types, int, character, float, double. And if we specifically talk about the integer data type, again it is further divided as short, int, and then long, which means short integer, long integer, and normal integer. It differs in the size of the value which is stored in the compiler. Okay, so it differs in their size. As differs in the size of the data types, so the format specifier is also getting changed according to the different data type. If I have not mentioned any signed or unsigned, it is treated as a signed int. Okay, for integer and character alone we have a signed value as well as an unsigned value, but float and double, which are very common. Okay, so for int, or else we can say it is a signed int. Either we can use a percentage d or a percentage I. Okay, for character, percentage c. Okay, and for double we can use percentage lf. Okay, it is not percentage d because percentage d is already used for an integer, so here percentage lf. For float it is percentage f. And this one short int, or we can say it's a short, or else we can say it is a signed short int. Okay, if I am not mentioned anything, then it will be treated as a signed short, because by default we can say it is a signed one if we represent the integer. But in the terms of character, if I am not mentioning, if I mentioned only char, then it might be a signed character or unsigned character. It is depend upon the compiler, that we can discuss in the data types itself. Okay, so this one is a short int, which means, or else signed short int. For that we are using percentage hd. And long int, as similar to signed long int or signed long. Okay, that long followed by int, it is not mandatory. Either we can say it's a long or long int or signed long int. For that li. Okay, so unsigned short hu and unsigned int just u, unsigned long int percentage lu. Everywhere the percentage symbol will be there. The percentage symbol tells that it's a format specifier or control string. And as we discussed in the data types also, we have a type called long, which means like the range of the integer is getting increased, that is called long. So for that LLI, okay, which means it is a signed long int. Okay, unsigned long LLU. So which means if long comes, L comes, and unsigned comes, U comes. Okay, so that is the thing here. Okay, so that's why if we talk about unsigned long int, it is LU. But if it is a double, the L becomes capital L. Okay, LF. Okay, if it is a long double, which means long double, because LF is already used for a normal double. Here capital L and small f, which is used for long double. As I said earlier, character, so signed character is also %C, unsigned character is also %C. The reason is it depends on the compiler. The character might be fall under a signed character or unsigned character. So this is the format specifier of each and every data type. I hope we cannot remember all those things, but you can save this video wherever you have a any different options which might be used. We can understand it, or we can recollect it easily. So you can just see the one sample program. So look at this program. I am keep on saying the control string, this %C D. For example, in int we are using %D, and other thing is called, we can use %I also. I'll just change here in a scanf statement which make it as %I, and I'll just run the code. It is working, see here. So or else if this program gets confused, I'll just use only integer. Okay, now I'll, by using scanf statement, percentage, double quotes, in between the double quotes you are giving the control string or format specifier, comma, it is a input, so we have to address and followed by a symbol age, and semicolon which terminates the end of the statement, and we can print the value printf, whatever you are giving in the double quotes, the value of age is, and here we are using %U, and followed by, I am just going to print the value, so I can use the age alone. When a scanf statement, I have to use address, because in that particular address we are storing the value of the age. So the address will keep on changing, it depends on the size of the memory. That's why we need address to store the value, but when we print the value, we just need a variable name alone. Now I'll just give the age alone. Let's assume that my age is 35, and I'll just run the code. The value of age is 35. Or here there I can scanf statement, I am using %Du. Here %D is also integer. I'll just run the code. It is working. So either it is a %D or %U. Okay. So likewise each and every thing, okay, we can go for it. Let us assume that we are giving, this is a flow, double. Okay, so double, what is the access specifier of double? LF. Okay, so here I am giving LF, and here I am giving LF, and I am just giving double means we have to give it in the decimal point 4578. So I'll just run the code. The value is getting printed. By default, the size of the value will be 6, after decimal point 6 digits, that's why. Or else you can give a long value also, that's not an issue. It will get printed, but it will be truncated after the 6 digits. The same example if I am using float, and if I run the code, yes, it is getting terminated because I have to give the %F, and here also %F. I'll just run the code because the control string is what? F. LF means double. So it depends on the data type. My control string or format specifier will plays a major role. Okay, so these are the some of the format specifiers, not some of, I have covered entirely. And if you want, I can play around the character also, because mostly will not talk about character. So char. So when we specify the character, if you want to pass the value to a character, you have to give it in the single quotes. Age is a variable name. I am storing the character called A. Now character means percentage %C. And here also I will print percentage %C. Scanf is an input statement, printf is an output statement. I'll just run the code. Okay, so percentage %C, I'll just make it as a character and I'll just delete it. I'll just, sorry, here itself I have given a value A. Okay, if I want, I can pass the value. I am using scanf statement. By using scanf statement, I am passing the character A. I'll just, the value of age is A. Okay, so the meaning is I have declared the data type as character, and the value, that particular value will be stored here. Okay, so it's a character, that's why single character. What if I try A, B, C and just run it? It will take only A, because the size of the character is 1. Though we are saying try to more than one character, it will not accept. So I hope I have made a clear video of format, a specifier or control string. This will be very useful if we learn this before the printf and scanf statement. So in the upcoming video, we'll talk about what is the printf statement, what is the scanf statement, how we can play around with the scanf and printf statements. I hope you would have liked this video. If you like this video, please click the like button and you can subscribe it. Then only as soon as I posted the video related to a C programming, you can learn a lot. And if you feel that I want to cover some of the important topics in the C program as you are a beginner, then you can drop it in the comment. I will definitely help you. Thank you.